From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Fisheries and Oceans Canada says efforts to move an orphaned whale calf out of a lagoon off Vancouver Island have been paused. Department officials say they are monitoring the animal from afar until the tidal situation improves, hoping it can free itself from the lagoon near the village of Zelebos, BC. Officials and local First Nations are using drones to keep an eye on the calf's condition this weekend. The United States is welcoming the formation of a new Palestinian autonomy government, signaling it is accepting the revised cabinet lineup as a step towards Palestinian political reform. The Biden administration has called for revitalizing the West Bank-based Palestinian Authority in hopes that it can administer the Gaza Strip once the Israel-Hamas war comes to an end. The U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller released a statement saying his country looks forward to working with the new group of ministers to deliver credible reforms. Pope Francis skipped the traditional Good Friday procession at Rome's Colosseum to protect his health, according to the Vatican. It's the latest event the 87-year-old has had to miss in recent months, adding to concerns about his frail condition. While some at the Colosseum were disappointed by Francis's absence, many, like Marlene Stuber from Costa Rica, say it was the right decision to preserve his health during one of the busiest weekends of the year.
I think, of course, it causes concerns for the people to make sure that he is doing well. But he must have his reasons for the decisions that he makes. And still, I think the people are involved and just very blessed and happy to be here.
The pontiff is scheduled to preside over a lengthy evening Easter vigil in St. Peter's Basilica and preside over Easter Sunday Mass. Halifax Regional Police say they are investigating a robbery at a Shoppers Drug Mart in the city's Fairview neighborhood. Police say security staff approached a woman in her 20s who was exiting a store without paying for items, asking her to turn over the alleged stolen goods. She then turned and threatened them with a needle, thrusting and stabbing towards staff. Nobody was injured. Officers say they are looking for more information about the incident along Joseph Howe Drive, with a call describing the woman as in her late 20s. Many dog owners believe their pets understand and respond not only to commands such as sit and stay, but also to words referring to their favorite objects. A new study in Hungary has found that beyond being able to respond to commands, dogs can learn and associate words with specific objects. Mariana Boros is a cognitive neuroscientist and co-lead author of the study.
We realize that their dog can sit down, they can come, they can lay, but there is an interesting phenomenon that it seems that dogs are better at learning commands or instruction words than learning object words.
Scientists believe that dogs first began to be domesticated by humans up to 30,000 years ago, and whether or not they acquired their apparent capacity to understand referential language during that time remains unclear. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays saw the same score but a different outcome. Aaron Civale allowed 1 run over 6 innings, and Brandon Lowe hit his 4th career grand slam to lead the Tampa Bay Rays to an 8-2 victory over the Blue Jays. It's the second of the 4-game series, with Toronto winning 8-2 in the season opener on Thursday. Former Toronto Blue Jay Matt Chapman homered twice, doubled, and drove in 5 runs for the San Francisco Giants, who jumped Joe Musgrove early in an 8-3 win over the San Diego Padres. Chapman hit a 2-run homer in a 3-run first inning. He hit a massive 2-run shot with 1 out in the 9th off the top level of the 4-story brick warehouse in the left field corner. Victor Wembanyama had a career-high 40 points and added 20 rebounds and 7 assists, with the San Antonio Spurs overcoming Jalen Brunson's career-high 61 points and beating the New York Knicks 130-126 in overtime. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.